You are now in CBS's Tommy.
Yeah.
It's not your first rodeo with Edie Falco, correct? You were
It
with
is
her
not. No,
on
we did,
in the legit theater,
yeah, man.
correct?
We did a show together on Broadway. Me and Edie and Ben Stiller and Jennifer Jason Leigh and Allison Pill, Christopher Abbott. Like we had this just like ridiculous sort of embarrassment of riches.
The House of Blue Leaves, correct?
Yeah. And
was she on The Sopranos at that point in time? Or
no.
This was
This was post Sopranos. This is Nurse Jackie.
Okay.
And we, we had a blast. She's easily one of our best actors that's out there working. But
I agree.
She's also an unbelievable human being. So professional and so down to earth, which is the complete opposite of me and Stiller when we're together. So I actually feel sorry for her when talking about that show. Like,
right.
I don't bring it up around her anymore. Hey, man, remember that time when we were on Broadway together and I made your life miserable because you were trying to do really hard, delicate, like finely tuned work on stage on Broadway, and Stiller and I were both facing up stage because we were making each other laugh so much.
Is that really what was going on?
Yeah, no, we were terrible.
This is Broadway, man. Are you really doing this?
It's not,
Thomas.
Dude, it's not my fault. It's Ben Stiller. Like, what am I supposed to do, dude? Like, I walk out on stage. I don't know what his problem was, but there was something about, like, when the second act starts, it starts with me sitting in a chair, like, weeping my eyes out, and Ben sort of standing there uncomfortably going, oh, it's going to be okay. And there was something about the idea of me sitting in this chair weeping hysterically that Ben thought was the funniest thing in the world.
Why?
I don't know. Because he's twisted. Because he's sick. Because he liked making my life hell. So Ben would be standing there going, like, trying to be really serious, and then we would catch each other's eyes, and it would just, something would happen. And the next thing I know, I'm spending the next 5 minutes turned up stage laughing.
Right.
But trying to make it look like I'm weeping, you know what I mean? And Ben's wandering around with that Stiller smirk, and we can't even look at each other, which is a real problem.
This is like stuff that I did with a substitute teacher in like the 4th grade. You're doing this on Broadway.
Yeah.
Okay.
But it's also, I will tell you that it's a weird experience.
Yeah.
It's a weird experience. That whole show was a weird experience. I remember there was one night, because Ben draws like very interesting fans, and like really people have like very strange, strong reactions to Ben.
Okay.
There was this moment in the show where like this explosion goes off on stage, and he takes Christopher Abbott and like they duck down onto like one knee right at the edge of the stage, like right downstage by the audience. And it's right before the lights go out at the end of the first act. And he comes off stage one night and he looks at me, he comes and knocks on my dressing room door, and I'm like, what's up, man? And he looks at me and he goes, the bomb went off. I took Chris, I got down, I kneeled down, some lady in the front row stood up and went, like hit his head and turned to her friend and went, I touched him.
Like she broke the wall?
She literally reached across the stage, hit
Slapped
Ben in the head, like was trying to touch him, but had to reach so far that she like hit him. It made a sound. He looked at her, and all he heard was her turn back to her friend and go, I touched him. Was
she ejected from the theater?
I don't know. I don't recall.
That's like touching a baseball in play in Yankee Stadium on Broadway here.
Double.
Right?
Well, sort of. It's also sort of like reaching across and smacking Derek Jeter on the ass.
And saying, I touched him.
And saying, I touched him.
While he's making a play.
Right. While he's doing the flip.
Right. He's doing the flip in Oakland. Yeah, that would have been awkward.
Yeah.
Giambi might have been safe.
Yeah, he was safe.
No, he was out. Sorry.
For more of The Rich Eisen Show, tune to Audience Channel 239 on DirecTV for free on BR Live, or download the Rich Eisen Show app.